Oh, hi everybody. I'd like to welcome you to the podcast today. This is a bit of a different one. It's sort of like a group healing, I suppose, that you can try and do in life. As we know, some of the people don't get on very well, and you'll have families who are squabbling and fighting. In some situations, they're not talking to each other, sometimes for months or years, even decades. And this is a sort of a group healing that you can try and do if you want to. Could be for your family or some people who aren't getting on very well together. And you can be included in the group healing when you do it mentally and sort of spiritually. It's something that you send that could help. I'm not saying it will help because we have some very stubborn individuals down here who won't come from love and forgiveness. However, I still think it's worth trying to do because it's a way to bring peace to people. And it might even just help them to move a little bit ahead. The first thing you do is you get a quiet spot so you're on your own, so you can concentrate. Then you put the people mentally in front of you. So you'll have the 4 or 5 people who are all fighting, or the 2 people who are fighting, whatever that group is that aren't getting on, and you stand each one of them and name them and put them in your mind in front of you. So you say like Harry and Bob and Sue and Jennifer and Peter, and you put them there in the group. And then the next thing that you do is you put your hands out, so like your hands are facing them, and you send the healing to the group. It's a mental thing that you're doing, but you're actually also doing it energetically. So what you're doing is you're sending healing to that group to help them find some peace in themselves and within the group. Sometimes people need help. They get themselves stuck and cornered and they won't give up their position of power and control and always being right. And they sometimes just need an energetic nudge, and that's what you're trying to do. Ultimately, they will decide whether they want to do this or not. You won't be doing anything that they don't want to do, basically. Still have their free will. You're just giving the group an opportunity to step up in love and step up and heal the rift and heal the problems. Some of our families can get very untidy and everyone wants their own way. And, if you've got strong individuals, strong souls, they will stick to their guns and they won't let go and blah, blah, blah. You know the story. However, we're supposed to come from love and forgiveness. I feel that this healing is very powerful because it gives opportunity. What people do with it, of course, is their free will, but it gives opportunity. And you can put yourself in the group too when you're doing it. So just for example, say the group includes you, that there's problems, so you just place yourself in that group. If it doesn't include you, of course, you just send the healing. When I send it, I just sit there and I concentrate and I send the healing to come to peace, to come to with love, to come to forgiveness. And I send that healing light to that problem group. It's very important that we grow as people, and even if we've got certain karma with people this life and it has to play out and lessons to learn, we can always step up. And this is an opportunity for everyone to step up, to let go of all the grudges, to let go of the past, to let go of all the things that have happened, and then to start a new line in the sand and start again from now on. People get really stuck energetically. They get stuck in their own spot and they actually can't know how to get out of it. Everyone thinks that they want to do it, and there is a degree of that, but sometimes it comes to a point where people are so bound to their wanting to do it this way. They're hurting underneath, but they just can't get across. And I feel this energetic type of peace healing that we send to the group or to the people will help them. You can also do it for yourself if you're having trouble with an individual. So you just put you in front and the individual and send the healing to both of you, because you'll actually get that in a way. It'll come to you as well as the other person. It's not trying to take control. That's not what you're doing. You're trying to give opportunity for people to come from love and forgiveness. That's what you're actually doing. It's interesting when you do this. I know someone who did it, and when she did it like a prayer. And she said that it was interesting as she was doing it, couple of the people just walked off from the group. They didn't want to do it. And she was like really shocked. She tried like a few times to do it and the same people walked off. And you might have that experience. However, it gave them an opportunity, and we don't know how much of that energy actually stuck or they absorbed, and then if you just keep doing it, that they'll actually come to some sort of peace. You can bring peace in two ways. You can bring peace to the group because everyone sort of mellows out a little bit, and they can find a way that they can make the group work again. Maybe not exactly like it was before, but be civil and kind to one another. The other way is it sends it to each individual, and in that way they get the healing to have an opportunity to come from love and to let go of things. You'll find that when people aren't getting on, they won't let go of things. They hang on to them like so tightly, and they just will not let go of the grudges. And you did this, and I said that, and when you did this, and when you did that, and I did this, and it's just like a big swirl of anger and negativity and pain, actually. But one of the reasons you're also doing this is to release the pain. There's a lot of hurt when we have breakups, or we have these times when people aren't talking. There's still a lot of hurt underneath there. And it also helps to release the anger. And when you do your peace healing, it's good to do the healing, and then also do the healing to release all the anger between the people, do the healing to release all the hurt and the pain. And you can do it in any order that it comes in your mind to release that from those people, because that's actually really not good for them personally, and it also doesn't allow the group to become the group again. I feel this is a very beautiful thing to do. I woke up this morning and my guides told me to do this podcast, and then when I went to try and use my recording device, it wouldn't work like for 5 minutes. And I'm like, what? But I persevered, and here I am. I'm on the podcast. It took me a while to get up on here and get it to work, but I am here. I think this can be used at any time. And if you see any discord or unhappiness between people and you love those people, you just quietly go and do the healing. I think it's quite important to have your hands facing them out. Like I hold my hands with my palms facing towards the group, and I send the healing quite directly. And I just sit there until it stops feeling like it's doing anything. Rather than make a time, I just sit there and I put my hands out and I send the healing and release all those negative emotions that everyone's carrying, and ask for there to be a peaceful resolution. And just whatever comes in your mind, ask for that. You're very intuitive. That's why you're on these channels. So you've got all your psychic abilities too, and your healing abilities, so you can send healing. Do not expect it to happen straight away, because energy work will take a while. It has to download, and then you've also got whether people will do it or not. I feel that in our world, the discord around the world is also representing the discord within groups of people around the world, more on a more close level within our families and friends, and you might see that as well. When you do it, sometimes you can do it with old relationships that you have really had trouble with. So if you've had a close friendship and now it's broken, you can actually send it to that to heal it. It might not come back together like it was, or it might not come back at all, but you heal it. And I think if you're very kind of intuitive with it, you'll sense who the people who are stale mates, the ones who won't move, the ones who've got stuck. And it's like their energy gets stuck and they can't unstick themselves. They're trying to energetically unstick it, get them to move again, get the energy to move again and to come from the heart. I think you can do this as many times as you feel it's right. I feel that it gives everyone opportunity to come to a better understanding of one another, and also to come to a place of love, because that's what we're trying to do, to come from love, not come from anger and hurt and control and power, which is possibly what's happening in these groups. And I feel that can only serve to help everybody. You'll get quite skilled at it. When I did it, it was very quick and easy to do. I just put all the people there, named them in my head. I'll go and do some more work on it because I'm kind of interested in that now, with some relationships that aren't going so well. And you can also put in people that you sort of feel maybe would never be able to do it themselves, but with a little bit of help in this way, they might be able to do it. I don't feel it's necessary to particularly tell people You can if you want to. If they're not like us, they won't understand. They'll just think it's all woo-woo rubbish, and that's fine. However, I think it's a really powerful healing. You can also extend this peace healing to different countries. You've got countries that you're worried about who are fighting or about to fight. You just put them as country 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put them there in their governments, and just send the healing to that, like the governments of those countries or the people involved, the ones who are going to press buttons and send weapons and do all those things. So you put them there and you send the healing to that particular group. Have fun with this. It's kind of a beautiful thing to do, and I think it's got great possibility. I'm hoping that you have some success with it. If you do, please send me a little message on YouTube. I'd love to hear. It's about love, really, isn't it? It's about coming from love and letting go of all our humanness, because our human really gets in the way of what our soul journey is, which is to love and forgive. It's a lovely healing to do, and I feel that if more people did the healings like this on each other and all these different groups and around the world, there could be an energetic shift, because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get an energetic shift. So have fun this week with your peace healings, and let me know how you get on if you see any shifts, because that's what it'll be. It'll be shifts that you'll see within people and within groups, and even within certain relationships, particularly your own relationships. If you're having a relationship with somebody, then you just put yourself and that person and send the healing to both of you for that relationship, and that also you'll quickly feel if there's been a shift in the relationship. So I'm hoping you have a good week, and I hope it's a peaceful week, and I'm sending you lots of love and lots of light.